Okay, so today's main topic will be business succession planning, a backup plan for business in the event of untimely death of business owner. So what is business succession planning? Of course, just now the MC has elaborated so much. So business succession planning is about making important leadership as well as financial decisions on who will take over the business or business interest upon the retirement, death, or incapacity of the business owner. So for SMEs, the owner or co-owners are usually the key person in the operation as well as business development of the company. So without them for a long term, the business could face serious challenge. So therefore, succession planning is very important for the continuity and survival of SME, whether or not it is a single owner business, multi-owner business, or family business. So generally, there are 4 types of common succession plans suitable for SMEs. Number 1, selling to key employee. So this usually involves the long-term grooming of key employee, and this is usually the preparation for retirement of the founder or of the owner. And then selling to outside party. This is usually exit plan or retirement planning. I think Chow is doing very well in this, broker this kind of, Venture Grab provide this kind of platform to do this kind of selling business to outside party. Passing on to heirs or to children or family members. So this one mostly for family-run SMEs. So this also involves long-term grooming of children or of heirs, and succession usually happen upon death or retirement. And last but not least, selling to co-owner or partner of the business. So this one usually for business partnership with at least 2 co-owners or partners. So today's this short session will bring our focus to partnership business or business partnership that have 2 or more co-owners. Now, let me use a very simple illustration, the 2 stick men, okay, of showing how potential problem can develop following the death of one of the co-owner in a business partnership if there is no succession plan in place. Say, XYZ is an established business partnership with 2 equal shareholding partners. So both of them hold 50-50%, partner A and partner B. So they are the key person and they work well with each other all this while. So they are both married, assume that they are both married, and one day partner B dies. Okay, partner B dies. What will happen to XYZ Sdn Bhd? Obviously, XYZ Sdn Bhd is now short of 1 key person. But now the big question next is, and this big question will concern partner A a lot. So what will happen to partner B's 50% shares? And this depends a lot what planning partner B has done for his own family. Assume partner B has a will, then most likely the recipient of this 50% share is the wife. The wife will inherit this 50% share. But if partner B has no will, just like one newspaper article saying that 90% of Malaysian has got no will. So let's say partner B has no will, what will happen to the 50% share? The 50% share will go to a gang of people, meaning the wife, her children, as well as partner B's parents, if the parents are still alive. So therefore, partner A will now have a new partner or a group of new partners for his business XYZ Sdn Bhd. So what will partner A likely have to face in this kind of situation? Number 1, one of the main headache that he will have to face is there is a likelihood that outsider will get into the business, will come into XYZ Sdn Bhd, someone that might not work well with him. And number 2, if I were partner A, I will want to buy over partner B's shares from the wife. But what is the price? Now that partner B is gone, so what is the price? How to agree upon the price? I want low price, the wife want high price. So how to agree on the price? And number three, if eventually partner B's wife is willing to sell the shareholding, so where is partner A going to get the funding from? If XYZ Sdn Bhd is an established company, then the shareholding can be worth millions. So how is he getting the funding, cash, to buy over from the wife? That is the situation that partner A have to face. What about partner B's wife? What will she have to face? So if let's say she want to get into the business, so the first big question is that, is she competent enough? Can she do it? Can she work well with partner A? And eventually she might just want cash. I think for most people, if let's say the husband is no longer around, I think the wife just want the money rather than the share. So if the shares are worth millions, how easy can she sell the share to partner A? And last but not least, so if partner A does offer a price to buy the shares, will it be a fair price? Who is going to determine the share price? So therefore, in short, this is just a very simple illustration showing that this kind of difficult situation or no-win situation will develop when a co-owner dies in a business partnership if there's no succession plan in place. So you can see that three parties will typically get involved or affected by this kind of situation. Number one, the company, the XYZ. Number two, the surviving partner, partner A. And number three, the deceased partners A, meaning the wife of partner B. So between the company and the wife, so most likely they need to talk about, arguing on the ownership. And between the surviving partner and company, partner A and XYZ, Sdn Bhd. So it's about, transitioning and getting over the loss of a key person and move on. But the main argument here, potential trickiest argument, will be between the surviving partner and the wife and partner's B's wife. That is arguing on the share price if they want to move on and end the story. So this is one of those typical impact to these three stakeholders of a company. Now, there is a study by KPMG on family business that only 16% of family SME businesses in Malaysia has succession plan. So of course, there's no data on business partnership succession plan, but my experience with clients says that the percentage should be even lower. Now, generally, these are some of the reasons why there's no succession plans in place in business partnership. Number one, let's say two partners in the company. So generally speaking, no one wants to bring up the subject because it is like a taboo. Who bring up, who has some ulterior motive. Typically, they have this kind of mindset. And sometimes not all partners are ready to discuss. One is married, one is not married. The one married usually more kanjiong, more urgent to discuss. But the one not married, probably not urgent. And then no urgency, important but not urgent, just as many other things in life. And number four, common reason, lack of advice. Okay, lack of advice lead to the next page, the common succession plans in place. While there are not many people doing succession plan, but at the same time, I also discovered from my clients that there are some succession plans in place, okay, due to lack of advice. Number one, sometimes they said they have mutual understanding. Totally no black and white, but when they form the company, during sunshine, they mutually, they strike mutual understanding. So that is verbal understanding. And some of them will tell me that they have gentleman agreement. They do write something down, sign something, but not really legal document. So they call gentleman agreement. And of course, some of them, quite common also, I heard that people pre-sign certain company documents prepared by certain professional. But then this one, they forgot one important thing. Later I tell you. And some even say they use will. They use will to say that in the will, they will the shareholding to the business partner to cover each other. Now, the one from the surviving partner and company's perspective, the above plans might work well as far as transferring deceased partner's shares is concerned. However, all this succession plan forget to address one very important thing. That is the compensation to the deceased partner's family, meaning who is going to pay the price of the shareholdings. So therefore, now let me illustrate to you. Let me come back to this same XYZ Sanjana Berhad to illustrate a common solution of business succession planning, a solution to the problems created by the death of a business partner. Let me rewind the story a little bit now that there is a solution. So same thing, partner A and partner B. We remember the story just now, right? Partner B dies, leaving behind his family, and this time, that what will happen to the 50% share? Now that there is a solution in place, so what will happen to the shares? So with a well-crafted business succession plan, the 50% share will go to partner A. And of course, now the next big question, what will the partner B's wife get? Is she getting nothing? No, she's going to get something. She will get the fair and pre-agreed value of the shareholding as though the shares are liquidated. So this is as though partner A purchased the shares from partner B's wife, and partner A pays the wife that amount. So what arrangement that can make this happen? First, a buy-sell agreement, BSA, a buy-sell agreement states that the partner A will purchase the shares upon partner B's death at a pre-agreed and fair price to both. And this purchase will be funded by a third-party funding, not using partner A's own money or the company's money. It's from a third-party funding. And this funding will be secured under a trust to safeguard all parties' interests. And lastly, a power of attorney will be used to execute this exchange of shares with money. So this is a typical four-step business succession solution to address this kind of problem. Of course, the example here show only two partners, but it can also address the problem of 3, 4, even 5 partners, right? So now, what is the end result of this succession planning arrangement? To partner A, of course, no outsiders will enter the business that partner A has co-founded with B. Okay, no more outsider, only A. And of course, by virtue of getting the 50% share from partner B, so he will retain control of the entire company, XYZ. Most importantly, he managed to purchase the shares using third-party funding, not his own hard-earned money. And of course, last but not least, he will move on. He will move on, and the business will move on safely as well. And what about for partner B's wife? So of course, she can liquidate the XYZ shares without much fuss because funding is ready, all legal documents are ready, and she will get a fair compensation on the asset built by her late husband. Of course, last but not least, life moves on for her with her children without much worries on their living. So from the illustration just now, it is clear that business succession plan aims to achieve 3 main objectives in the event a business co-owner dies. Number 1, guaranteed buy and sell at full and fair value of the shareholding. So the share value shall be agreed by all parties while they are very much alive, while it is all sunshine. So upon partner's demise, so deceased partner's family will sell the share and the surviving partner will buy the share. And then smooth transfer, very important. We always, as an advisor, we always set up succession plan that ensure the share transfer happens before the probate so that the company operation is not affected by freezing of shareholdings in the company. And last but not least, convert non-liquid company shares. So this enable the family, partner B's family, inherit liquid fund rather than non-liquid company shares. Okay, so these are the main objectives of the business succession planning. So in summary, a business succession planning consists of these 4 steps of legal document. Number 1, buy-sell agreement. So the portion of shareholding in the business is defined here. The arrangement states that partners are bound to sell and buy upon the occurrence of a triggering event at an agreed price. And number 2, third-party funding. So this enables the ready and immediate funding equivalent to the share values of the partners upon the demise of any of the partners. So this third-party funding will facilitate the purchase of the deceased partner's shares. So the most common and easiest third-party funding used for this kind of planning usually is life insurance, insured on the life of the partners on the value of the agreed share price. And trust. So this trust will hold the third-party funding as for the share purchase. And last but not least, like I mentioned earlier, the power of attorney. So this one gives power to the trustee to execute the share transfer before the probate and payment of the third-party funding to partner B's estate. So power of attorney give power to the trustee to execute the process. So therefore, we all know that a well-crafted succession plan benefits 3 parties: the deceased partner's family, surviving partners, as well as the company. So I will end my presentation with this. So most of us want to write a will so that we leave no worries to the people that we leave behind. So through the will, we leave important instruction of how to distribute and how to deal with our assets in case we are not around. So it is equally important that a will is written for your partnership, for your business partnership, so that no worries are left behind to all the parties affected. So a business succession plan is just like the will for your business. So dear audience, so please engage your own professionals to advise you and design the necessary legal arrangement for your own business backup plan. And last but not least, for those audience who would like to know even more on this topic, so I will have a webinar on this coming month in November. So this is the date and the time on the business succession planning webinar.